So, to wrap things up a little bit for our audience, what are some words of advice that you would give them for somebody who's on their journey? They've just come across all these new data sets. I agree with what you're saying in terms of like take action, dive down the rabbit hole, start reading his books, start looking at the podcast, and start doing your own research in terms of each topic. Besides that, what's another like one piece of advice you would leave
Well, I would say look at
to
your
our
life
travelers?
in like a pie, right? And like different slices of the pie are going to relate to different aspects of you, right? Like there's mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, right? And so all of these points are going to have like you can rate them. You can sit there and say like 1 to 100, like where is that for me? Like my career, right? Like where are you at professionally? Like where are you at with like your mental mind? Like how clear you feel, how precise you feel that you can be with communicating ideas with people, how effective you are with relationships and business. Your physical body, right? How happy are you with your physical body? You know, rating that. So like starting to look at all of these aspects of your life, and then kind of consider where you want to go. You know, what do you want to spend some time improving? Don't feel like you have to do it overnight.
Yeah.
But just understand where you're starting from, and start to formulate a game plan based on what you're wanting to accomplish. And don't let this episode of this show be your first exposure to this. We've been talking about some things that are not commonly talked about.
No.
Like you can go and listen to podcasts and shows forever, and we are like going into some more real depth of what's really happening, because when you start to fix your body at this core energy level, when we talked about the mitochondria, just remember the body has an innate intelligence to function at its ideal.
It has a consciousness, I think, or a subconsciousness.
For sure.
Yeah.
Right? So it knows, right? But what happens is that when we lose that ability to make energy, things start to go wrong. You know, the word disease, dis-ease, it's a lack of ease in the body, right? And when disease is present for a long enough period of time, you get cancer, right? And that's happening with kids nowadays. You know, I mean, if you think you're immune to coming down with cancer, I mean, it's becoming a real problem. So we don't want to have disease. We want to be at our physical peak, our mental peak, our spiritual peak, our career. You want all those to happen. Don't put too much pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
You know, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time.